between people's ethnic group and their Nigerianness.
Let's understand now, because this national dialogue, sometimes or many people say that they have absolutely no faith in it. It just might go down the same way others have gone. And of course, the implementation problem we are facing in the country could just, impede on certain, the goodwill of the people, yes, so to speak. So why go ahead with something like this?
Well, the people have a good reason to say everything you have said, to take that position, because we do have a record of not implementing, yes, recommendations that have been made by committees that we have appointed. And it is not limited to this government. It's something that has been going on for a long time. And these talk shops come and they reach very important decisions and nobody implements them. So they become instruments. They become political instruments. And for many people, this may be one of those. And who knows? It's not for me to say whether, I'm not in the mind of the president who convened it, to say whether he is going to do like other presidents had done in the past, or like his own administration has done with some other committees that have been set up. And people are saying, look, what did you do with this committee? Why are we calling this one? So people, all the Nigerians are justified to be a little reticent about this thing. But I think that this country needs to, first, our ethnic groups need to come together, or their representatives, is what I mean, come together to take part in a dialogue that will eventually have the force of law. Because if we have a dialogue that doesn't have the force of law, it's rubbish.
You know something, our leadership style, leadership system, so to speak, really buttresses this fact and the views of people that this might not, see the light of the day. Well, so what really is your own perspective on how our leadership style, how it should be?
Well, I really think that a lot of our problem, and this is like a broken record, is that's leadership issue in the problems that we're facing in this country. We need courageous leadership. It is not easy to unite a country because you have to make a lot of personal sacrifice to be able to do that. So we need a leadership that is characterized by integrity and courage. And you have that courage, then you can take positions that is against your own ethnic group in order to come to a consensus that will move the country forward. We need such leaders that will demonstrate high profiles and courage.
When you talk about broken record, I had to heave a silent sigh of whatever it is, because really we have so many broken records. We have a lot of them. And of course, and looking at the security situation, it doesn't give much hope that this would not be tampered with. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of our problems, their sources can be identified. It is not enough to use force alone to take care of these security problems, or to use butter alone to do it. You really need to go to the root of it. And the root of it is very, very important. The root of it goes to all these ethnic issues that we're talking about. It goes to the issues of injustice in terms of resource distribution in this country. It goes to the issues of our economy's inability to solve the problem of poverty and illiteracy. It goes to so many issues that are not at once immediately political, as some people say, or religious. So it has to be a holistic approach in the solution of the problems that we're faced with. I'm not saying that some of these problems are not political or even religious, but I'm saying that in totality, it will become more difficult to recruit the foot soldiers to participate in these security issues if we improve the situation much more generally in the country.
Now, as a professor of political science, a former professor, what really is your assessment of the political future of Nigeria. Now we have less than a few months, so to speak, to 2015. What do you think is going to happen given the situation of things now?
Well, you know, there was a prediction by the U.S. intelligence group that this country is going to dissolve, come to
But I'm glad you came to that.
Yeah, came to a point of disintegration come 2015. What I can say is that these things are based on scenarios that are built by these intelligence services. And these scenarios are informed by actual variables that are plugged in and come up with these scenarios that inform their predictions. So, while these predictions are, while so many people have predicted Nigeria's death for so many times, but if each time it comes, we consider the source and we take it very seriously. And we take our eyes on, we put our eyes on the message, not on the messenger. And if we put our eyes on the message, then we will ask ourselves questions. What kinds of variables informed their predictions? And we will find that maybe some of these variables actually exist. Maybe maybe our income distribution, maybe the poverty rate, maybe our population growth and is a mismatch with our economic growth. There's so many things that come into the decision that we need to actually not sweep under the carpet, that our country need to face squarely and address them ourselves before these predictions come to pass.
Very well, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, Professor Ebere Onwodiwe, Professor of Political Science and, of course, former consultant with the United Nations. Thank you for coming on Dateline.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, we have tried to exhaust matters concerning Nigeria's centenary celebration, but of course, this is one subject that continues. Share your views and comments via the address and Twitter handle right on your screen. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm Gloria Umezuki. See you again.